This is Talk Radio, WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WZZN. Play ball! Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
And hello again, everybody, and welcome to another night of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Josh Carey welcoming you to Toyota Field, where tonight it is the fifth game of a six-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Birmingham Barons. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and this is the pregame show. We'll tell you up front that the rain has dissipated, the tarp is off the field. We're going to get underway tonight, and it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good the rest of the evening. So if you're thinking, should I come down, should I not, we'd love to have you as we get ready for this Saturday night tilt between Rocket City and Birmingham. The Trash Pandas are going to go for the series win. They are up 3-1 in this six-game series, as that included a 10-4 win over the Barons last night. Each team pounded out 10 hits, but Birmingham left 11 men on base, and Rocket City, toward the end of the ball game, got a fine outing by both Chris Cortez and Lucas Malstead over the final 3 innings of the ball game. And again, Rocket City wins by 6. Here's how things shook out last night. It was the Barons who actually scored the first 2 runs of the ball game, both coming in the first inning. Dylan Campbell led off with a single. Then after Alec Briley struck out against Kyle Robinson, who was making his Trash Pandas debut last night, it was Caleb Bottomer who came through with a double, sending Campbell first to third, and 2 were on with 1 out. After Anthony DePino struck out, Colby Shelton blooped a single into left, scoring Campbell from third and moving Bottomer second to third. That would make it a 1-0 ball game. And then Ryan Burrows with a little flare into right field. That would play Bottomer from third, and that made the score 2-0 in favor of Birmingham. Rocket City, though, would come storming back against Birmingham starter Juan Carrella. It was Nick Rodriguez who led off with a walk. He would move to second on another walk by Eddie Micheletti. That would put runners at first and second with no one out when Tucker Flint came through with an RBI single through the right side, driving in his 60th run of the year, and that put Rocket City on the board as they trailed it 2-1. Trash Pandas would add 2 more runs against Carrella in the second inning. Leadoff walk to Jake Thompson, and then Cole Fontenelle, who was last night's player of the game, belted a 2-run homer over the right field wall for Cole. Home run number 3, RBI 22 and 23. Rocket City was back in front by the score of 3-2. The Barons would come storming back with a run of their own in the 5th inning to get close as Caleb Bottomer belted his first home run of the series. It was his 10th of the year, RBI number 30, and that tied the ball game up at 3 apiece. However, the Trash Pandas would not be denied as they came right back in the bottom of the 5th inning and exploded for 4 runs against former Major Leaguer and starter Jake Polish. All of those runs coming in inning number 5. Tucker Flint led off with a double. Caleb Bartolero would walk, but then Jacob Cozart would come through with an RBI single, scoring Flint from second. That gave Rocket City a 4-3 lead, while Bartolero went to second. Another walk to Juan Flores loaded the bases before Jake Thompson rolled into a 6-2 fielder's choice. Out on the play at home was Bartolero. Everyone moved up a base, bases loaded, only 1 away, and Cole Fontenelle would come through again, this time with a 2-run double. That would score both Cozart and Flores, and that would give Rocket City a 6-3 lead. At that point, going first to third on the play was Thompson. He would then score on a sac fly to center by Mac McCroskey, and for Mac, that was his 18th RBI. Rocket City at that point was up by the score of 7-3. For what it's worth, by the way, Fontenelle, he would finish the ball game 2 of 4 with a 2-run homer, a 2-run double, and 2 runs scored. So it was a 7-3 ball game. At that point, Barons tried to make a game of it. They got a run back in the 6th inning with 1 out against Carlos Espinoza. It was James Taussig who would double. He would move to third on a wild pitch, score on an RBI single by Jose Colmenares, but that would be as close as the Barons got as Rocket City added 3 more runs against the Barons in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cozart led off with a single, went to second on another single, this time by Juan Flores, after a pop-out bunt by Thompson. It was Fontenelle who would reach on a fielder's choice on a comebacker to the mound. The throw to second by Polish was poor. It went into center field. Scoring on the play was Cozart from second base, as that would give Rocket City an 8-3 lead. Flores would go first to second on the play, and then after another walk to Mac McCroskey, reloaded the bases. Nick Rodriguez came through with a sac fly to left. That would score Flores to make it a 9-4 contest. Eddie Micheletti would then follow with an RBI single of his own, scoring Fontenelle from second base, and that gave Rocket City the final of 10-4. Here were your totals. Birmingham 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 11. Rocket City 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9. Carlos Espinoza gets the win in relief. 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked none and struck out 3. And even though he didn't figure in the decision, I want to give an attaboy to Kyle Robinson making his Trash Pandas debut. Struggled at times. Actually, it was really a tale of 2 outings. His first 2 innings, he really struggled. His last 2 innings, he was really, really good. In fact, he retired 7 of the last 8 men he faced. And for the ball game, 4 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. But again, Espinoza 3-1 on the year. Jake Polish suffers the loss. He drops to 3-9, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. He walked 3 and struck out none. No save. Time of game was 2 hours and 51 minutes, and the attendance was 4,578. As again, Rocket City beats up on Birmingham by the final of 10-4. There's a look at what happened last night. We'll take a break on the pregame show, come back and take a look at the Southern League standings. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back with you as we get ready for first pitch. Rocket City and Birmingham in Game 5 of 6 this evening from Toyota Field. Quick look at the standings in the North. It's Rocket City atop. They are 20-17, 1 full game up on Knoxville. The Smokies are 19-18. Rocket City has won 7 of 10. Birmingham 16-21. They are 4 back. Chattanooga 13-24. They are 7 games off the pace. They have lost 8 of 10, but they did beat Knoxville last night. In the South, Pensacola 22-15. They are 2 up on Biloxi. The Shuckers are 20-17. Shuckers only have lost 7 of 10. Montgomery and Columbus are each 19-18, 3 games off the pace. Columbus has lost 3 in a row. So there's a look at the standings around the Southern League. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups and first pitch of tonight's game between Rocket City and Birmingham. That's coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison. Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Toyota Field. Josh Carey joined alongside Chris Harris as we get ready for tonight's game between Rocket City and Birmingham, Game 5 of 6. We also want to welcome those of you watching on ABTV this evening. And for you folks out there in Southern California, you're going to get a look at one of the top prospects in the Angels system, possibly a future starting pitcher in the Halos rotation, and that's Tyler Bremner.
Yeah, the highly anticipated debut for Tyler Bremner, who was the second overall pick by the Angels last year out of UC Santa Barbara, signed for $7.689 million. The first second overall pick that the Angels have had since taking, well, a guy by the name of Darren Erstad back in 1995. So he's a young man who has incredible stuff. He's 22 years old. 14 starts for High A Tri-City before making his way up here to Double A. The one thing about him, the numbers don't jump off the page at you, but one thing that does is an 11.9 strikeout per 9-inning ratio. He strikes out a lot of hitters. Fastball's great. But I tell you what, the one pitch I know you and I both are looking forward to seeing is that changeup, which has potential to be one of the best pitches he has once he gets to the big leagues and in Major League Baseball.
Ironically, earlier this week, Rocket City saw Drew Thorpe, the White Sox major leaguer, who's on a rehab assignment this week for Birmingham. But we saw him a couple of years ago coming up through the White Sox system. He has a devastating changeup as well that Rocket City saw earlier this week. Dare I say, I think Bremner's may be better, but we will get to see it for the first time ourselves with our own eyes.
There's a look at, by the way, at Arjun Namala, who is day-to-day right now with that laceration on his left pinky finger, couple stitches. I know a lot of folks are wondering about him, but he is day-to-day.
Also day-to-day is Jake Monroe. He's out of the lineup for a third straight J as he jammed his finger while taking batting practice on Thursday. Also want to welcome those of you watching on 31.6 Way More Television, and also Daniel Williams running the boards back at Mission Command on Talk Radio WZZN and ESPN 97.7 The Zone. Tyler Bremner and the boys go jogging out onto the field. You may notice they're wearing some unique uniforms tonight, are the Trash Pandas. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get deeper into this ball game. But Rocket City playing great baseball right now, 55-50 on the season, 20-17 in the second half, and atop the Southern League Northern Division with about 5 weeks remaining in the regular season. First things first, we are ready for our national anthem. We'll head down to the field for that.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streamed. That
was really, really good. Tamar Chip with our national anthem. Lovely job by her. She'll make her way off the field, and we're ready to go again. Rocket City and Birmingham, game 5 of 6 this week between the two at Toyota Field. Here's the starting lineup for the Barons, who come in at 42-64 on the year. They are 16-21 for the second half. Dylan Campbell going to lead things off and patrol right field. He's 5 of 14 for the series. Alec Briley will bat second and play first. Caleb Bonnemer, one of the top prospects in the White Sox system, a top 100 prospect throughout Major League Baseball, or minor league baseball, I should say. He will bat third and play third. Anthony DePino bats cleanup. He is tonight's designated hitter. Ryan Burrows will hit fifth and play center. Jose Colmenares will bat sixth. He's over at shortstop. Grant McGill will hit seventh and do the catching. Samuel Zavala will bat in the A position. He's out in left, and hitting ninth tonight for the Barons will be their second baseman, Jordan Sprinkle. The defense for the Trash Pandas behind Tyler Brimner. It'll be left to right, Flint, Skull, and DeJesus. Third to first, Fontanelle, McCroskey, Rodriguez, and Bartolero. Behind the plate, Flores, and again on the hill, Tyler Brimner. And like Chris mentioned, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he was 2-4 at Tri-City with a 4.28 ERA. Remember, this is his first professional season. Last year, after being drafted by the Angels, they more or less shut him down after what was really a crazy year, not just on the field, but off the field as well. Remember, he lost his mother right before his junior year at UC Santa Barbara got underway, so he was dealing with a lot of things, but he's so far this year done okay for himself. Represented the Angels at the 2026 Major League All-Star Futures game and retired the only batter he faced. It was actually the final out of a American League 6-1 win in that contest. So Campbell will lead things off, 235, 10 home runs, and 47 driven in. Overcast skies, a little bit of rain still in the area, but it looks like that's going to tail off. 78 degrees here at first pitch. That rain really cooled things off. We had to cover the field before today's game. Neither team took batting practice on the field, but we're ready to go with this one. Trash Pandas rolling merrily along. Let's see if it continues here tonight. As the first pitch by Brimner. And that's off the plate. It's 1-0. First pitch is at 6:37 local time. And as a reminder for those of you just tuning into ABTV, Halos lost today to the Marlins 7-0. It will go to 1-1 on Campbell. This guy's been very impressive this week. Like we mentioned, 5 of 14 for the series. He's out of Texas. He's got 3 doubles so far and has driven in 2. Brimner, very deliberate here in the early going. And it goes 2-1. He's a 4-pitch pitcher, 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and a changeup. And according to MLB Pipeline and Baseball America, he is the Angels' #1 overall prospect.
Fastball in the mid can reach up there to 97, 98.
There's that changeup, dribble the third. Fontanelle on a bounce. Oh, it gets by Bartolero and gets away. Campbell will go to second. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored that in E5 all the way. You have a fast man going down the line, but if he makes a good throw, he's got him. Tried to one-hop it to Bartolero, and the first baseman couldn't knock it down.
Well, it's been a bit of a sloppy series, to say the least, here between Birmingham and Rocket City. Had some errors on both sides, and here's a second look. Cole Fontanelle going on the move. Yeah, good throw. Gets him, kind of ate up Bartolero, caught that lip. Early bad break there for Tyler Brimner.
They will score that in air 5 all the way. So 2-base error gets things underway this evening as Campbell will lead at second. Here's Alec Briley, 253, 21 homers, 64 driven in. And he waves at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Brimner, 22 years old. He has struck out 64 over 48 in the third innings. Those are all, of course, at Tri-City. It will run to a ball and a strike. Pitched at UC Santa Barbara. The former Gaucho, standing in with a slightly open stance, is Briley. Shaded up the middle at short is McCroskey. Leading away at second is Campbell. Cut on and missed. Went with that fastball. There you see the rise on that one at 95. Going to go to 1-2.
He'll get sometimes up to 17 inches of induced vertical break on that pitch and kind of explodes out of his hand. The ball that was hit to third, that was his changeup, which there's a little bit more spin than typically on a changeup, but sick movement to it.
Got him. Said, heck with the changeup, I'll just give you a fastball. And Riley couldn't get around on it. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Bremner. Again, he can K people, and he picks up his first as a Trash Panda.
First double-A strikeout, a fastball that was above the zone. You can see a couple of times now against these hitters. This is the best quality of hitter that he has really ever faced. Of course, pitched in the Futures game, some spring training games, but consistently, these are the best lineups that he'll see, or he has seen in his career.
Right on right against Bonnemer, who takes a pitch down and in, 1-0. Now, some people wonder, why do we like minor league baseball so much? Moments like this. Bremner against Bonnemer. This could be a matchup at the big league level in the very, very near future. Bonnemer, for what it's worth, 262, 10 homers, and 30 driven in. That'll miss high, a slider, 2 balls and no strikes. That being said, Rocket City's done a pretty good job on him. He did homer last night, but he's only 4 of 17 for the series.
Both these guys played in the Futures game. Bonnemer played third. He was 0 for 2. Of course, Bremner got the final out of that 6-1 American League win.
And there's a strike, a slider that time. Going to go to 2-1. Bonnemer was drafted in the second round of the 2024 draft. He's out of Okemos, Michigan. Ranked as the number 13 prospect in the MLB prospect rankings for 2026. He fouls the next pitch away. Going to even at 2-2. He's also the number 1 prospect for the White Sox, according to MLB.com. Signed for just a shade under $3 million. So 2-2 on the right-handed hitter.
You're saying you got over now $10 million in signing bonus on the mound and at the plate right now.
That's a pretty sweet little deal we're seeing right here. Runner will go, and that's down and away. They don't even make an attempt. Great jump that time by Campbell. He'll Cadillac it into third. His 22nd stolen base and 31 opportunities. And the pitch did miss down and away. 3-2 as Bremner will go for a strikeout. They're going to go ahead and bring the infield in here with no one else on base. Bonnemer, for what it's worth, has not struck out in this series. And he still hasn't as that pitch missed high and away. He went changeup that time, which I can understand. That's his best pitch, but he missed high and away. Bonnemer will trot to first. That's going to be walk number 1 by the right-hander, and runners are at the corners with 1 out for Anthony DePino.
One thing will follow with Bremner, of course, our next homestand is against Biloxi, who features Jesus Made, who is the number 1 prospect in baseball. So that'll be another fun matchup with Bremner.
First pitch, there's a strike. Whoa, that was actually too high, but home plate umpire Brandon Spivak gave him the call. Over at first is Justin Hilton. Your third base umpire is the crew chief, Garrett Nelson. Holding the runner at first is Bartolero. DePino is a double play threat. And he misses with the fastball high and away, 1-1. And actually, Chris, you bring up the Biloxi series. I want to remind those on ABTV. We won't have any of those games on ABTV. However, we'll be back with you for the final homestand of the regular season in early September when the Montgomery Biscuits come to town. They're the Rays affiliate. They usually have a bunch of studs. As the pitch is down and away, that was a slider. 2 balls and a strike. And hopefully by then we'll be able to celebrate a playoff berth.
The Rays were in a much different situation this year at the deadline. They were buyers at the deadline.
Hard to believe just a couple of years ago they were selling everyone off, but they're pretty good when it comes to procuring talent. The 2-1. It's cut on and miss. Fastball high that time. He kept it in the zone, but DePino came up empty. That one rolled in there at 95. 23.63 on the spin rate and a 19-inch vertical break. 2-2. In the dirt. Went slider that time. Not a bad pitch. You got a good defensive catcher behind home plate and Flores. You go ahead, dirt one, see if DePino will chase, and you trust Juan to knock that one down, and he did. But now we'll go to 3-2. A 2-base throwing error by Fontenelle gets us started, followed by a strikeout by Alec Riley, and then a walk to Bonnemer.
DePino prone to strike out. He has a homer, a double, but he struck out 8 times in this series.
Runner goes, pitches high, that's ball 4. That fastball was well high and away, so no stolen base for Bonnemer. He just goes first to second. They were trying to stay out of a possible double play. Back-to-back walks by Bonnemer. We'll see if that elicits a move, and it will, as Tim Levesque going to go out there, the pitching coach for Rocket City, and talk things over with Bremner. While they do that, Trash Panda fans, if you wanted to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today. Levesque wraps up his meeting. He'll jog off the field, but now the bases are full of Barons with only 1 out. Ryan Burrows coming to the plate, 243, with a couple of RBI.
What?
Go ahead.
So one thing noticed about Bremner this few days he's been in town, he's a very cool, calm, collected California-type kid.
Infield stays back, hoping for 2. Right on right against Burrows. And the pitch down and away. That was a cutter. 1-0. He finished his Santa Barbara career as the school's all-time strikeouts leader with 295. His last year, he went 5-4, a 3.49 ERA. Needs a ground ball here. There's a strike, caught the very top of the zone. It will even out 1-1. One thing we've noticed here, these first innings have been a little troublesome for Rocket City as the Barons have scored 2 in each of the last 2 ball games. Now they got the bases full here. Outside that time, a cutter. 2 balls and a strike on the right-handed hitting Burrows.
It looked like it was actually in the zone.
Actually, you're right, it did. It caught the lower outside corner, but he didn't get the call.
He missed his spot.
And that never helps.
Yeah.
24th pitch of the inning by Bremner. There's strike 2. We've had a lot of these, just a lot of long innings this week.
And you can tell what the Barons are trying to do right now. They're not in any type of a rush to swing at any of these pitches. They're making Bremner throw strikes right now, which is right now a good plan.
2-2 due to the right-handed hitter. Slap fair down the right side. That'll score 2. At second, headed to third is going to be DePino. He's going to stop there. A 2-run single by Ryan Burrows as he punches it to the opposite field. RBI 3 and 4 for him, and the Barons are out to a 2-0 lead.
And that's what happens when you work behind in counts. You know, it becomes a little more evident what type of pitch you're going to throw. And he was sitting fastball. That one was up, caught the zone, and a good hitter is going to hit that ball well, and he did.
I like Burrows. First time we've gotten a chance to look at him this week. He's a pretty steady ball player. Now here's Jose Colmenares, 375 with 2 RBI. So once again, the Barons break out on top, but Rocket City has shown a propensity to come back this week as it's 1-0. And you just wonder if Bremner, these struggles, how much of it has to do with butterflies. Again, first start at Double-A, new team, new teammates, new stadium, new mound. A lot to get used to the first time around. With that, it will even out a ball and a strike. And already some guys are beginning to stretch out in that Rocket City bullpen. In fact, Jose Gonzalez has begun to throw. He's inching near the 30-pitch mark.
When you're a little amped up, you're going to miss high. And he's missed high quite a bit so far.
2 balls and 1 strike. This may be a deal where if he doesn't get Colmenares, they may just go on to the pen.
Tell you what, a ground ball would be awfully nice right here.
Instead, they'll throw to first, and back in with a head-first dive is Burrows. By the way, quickly, for those of you watching on Waymore Television or ABTV, the uniforms Rocket City are wearing, those are specialty uniforms in honor of Space Night, of course, North Alabama with a big space and missile defense community. Pitch is down and away, 3-1. Those uniforms are going to be auctioned off during the ball game. Proceeds will benefit a local nonprofit. but that's something we do several times throughout the year. Meanwhile, Bryn Mawr is down 3-1, and he's playing with fire right here.
This will be pitch number 30.
There's a strike. I will say this, every count has been competitive. It's always been 3-2. It's just a matter of finishing guys off. Colmenares, 2 of 9 for the series. Came over in a trade with Philadelphia last month. Runner goes from first. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. On a dime. That one is in time. And there's that double play. Boy, he needed that. 30 pitches on the money for Tyler Bremner. He'll get a strike him out, throw him out, double play. The out will go 2-6. The strikeout is his second of the game, end of the inning, and the side is retired. 2 runs score, 1 earned on 1 hit. There was 1 error in the inning and 1 left at third. End of half a frame. It's Birmingham 2, Rocket City coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
The first pitch to Nick Rodriguez is down and away from Shane Murphy. It's 1-0. And for the Trash Pandas, they interplay at 55-50, 20-17 on the season. Rodriguez, the second baseman, 265, 3 homers, 51 driven in, and he hits the next pitch foul straight back. It'll even out a ball and a strike. Now, I'm going to say this for Nick. He's had a tough week. He's only 1 of 14 at the plate. However, in that 1 of 14, he's also walked 4 times, stolen 2 bases, and scored 4 times while hitting 2 sac flies. He's done a little bit of everything. As the pitch is a strike, going to go to 1-2. He has been pretty steady all year, maybe wearing down a little bit as we enter the dog days. There's a look at Shane Murphy, 2-0, a 3.57 ERA. Bounded over the mound. Sprinkle, bobble. And let's wait to see how they score this one. It was only 55 off the bat. Rodriguez runs very, very well. But I think if he makes a clean field and a good throw, I think they get him. We'll look at it again.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a tweener.
They're going to call it a single. So 1 on with no one out. Here's Eddie Micheletti Jr. As the pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. I want to apologize to Eddie's family. We were calling him Micheletti all night Thursday, but Micheletti kind of rhymes with Eddie. Nice little flow to it. Again, was traded to the Angels from Toronto in the Jose Soriano deal on Monday. Anyway, Micheletti, 249, 14 homers, 46 driven in. That one swung and lifted into deep center. Burrows, though, shy of the track, 1 out. Micheletti gave it a ride, but out. A lot of height on that one. Fans, get all your Trash Pandas gear online at shoptrashpandas.com or in the store at the Junkyard Team store at Toyota Field or the Trash Pandas store located on Hughes Road. So Micheletti gives a ride but out. One on with one away for Tucker Flint, the left fielder. 241, 10 homers, 60 RBI. By the way, Micheletti is the designated hitter. Murphy throws to first, and just back in there is Rodriguez. He almost got in there too late. Rest of the lineup for Rocket City: Caleb Bartolero hits cleanup and plays first. Juan Flores will do the catching and hit fifth. Anthony Skoll in the sixth position out in center. He's 5 of 7 for the series. Randy De Jesus will bat seventh and play right as Flint waves at the next pitch. That was a sinker. It'll go to 0-2. Cole Fontenot will hit eighth and play third. Mac McCroskey in the 9th spot. He's out at short. There's a look at Murphy. Just a couple of years ago, he was one of the ERA kings in the Southern League. Struggled at AAA Charlotte earlier this year. That one rolled right side, ranging Sprinkle. Turns, throws, one there. And not in time there. Bang, bang play at first, but they'll get the fielder's choice on Rodriguez. Flint legs it out on the backside, and one on with 2 out. For Caleb Bartolero, 244, 5 homers, 27 driven in.
And that was not an easy play, and Sprinkle almost started a 4-6-3 double play. You see where there's some diamond dry out there where we had some rain earlier and they dumped the tarp.
Left on right against Caleb, and he watches the first pitch go high. The defense for the Barons, left to right, Zavala, Burrows, and Campbell. Third to first, Bonimer, Colmenares, Sprinkle, and Briley. Behind the plate, McGill, and again on the hill is Shane Murphy. Out of Chandler, Arizona. Looped into center. That'll get down. Flint will stop at second. As up with it is Burrows. Caleb may have caught that one off the end of the bat, but that'll be his 4th hit of the series. Moving first to second is Flint, and now you got 2 on with 2 out. And Juan Flores will stand in, 225 with 4 home runs and 14 RBI. Fans, it's Saturday, and Marco's fed the Trash Pandas front office. Why is Marco's Pizza so good? Well, it's the ingredients, fresh dough made daily in the store, especially a special blend of 3 freshly shredded cheeses. 6 Marco's Pizza locations in the Madison and Huntsville area to serve you. First pitch. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Order for delivery. Pick it up in the store or at the drive-thru window. Call or go to Marcos.com. Marco's Pizza.
Flores, one of the 2 catchers now in play with Jacob Cozart, of course, coming over in a trade.
1-1 on the right-handed hitter. It's going to be fun watching them split. Both are pretty similar. Both power hitters, both very good defensively.
Flores may have saved the outing for Tyler Bremner with that strike him out, throw him out in the top of this first inning.
It'll go to 1-2 on the right-handed hitter. And suddenly Murphy with a chance to end this inning. Back in 2025 when he was with Birmingham, he went 9-4 with a 1.38 ERA. That was over 20 games and 18 starts. Didn't strike out a ton of people, only 82 and 110 and 2/3 innings, but he still got the job done, as Flores will call time and step out of the box. 14th round selection of the White Sox in 2022. Near the line at third is Bonimer. Oh, that should have been strike 3. Taking a step or two to the third base dugout was McGill. It caught the lower outside corner, but he couldn't get the call from Brandon Spivak. And there is no ABS here at the AA level.
Interesting about Flores, it took until nearly his 80th plate appearance to get his first walk. He's walked 3 times this week.
And we'll take a pitch away, 3-2. You start to notice a lot of guys are doing that. Him, Tucker Flint. One thing they're really preaching is, guys, we don't want you to strike out. Just find a way to get on base. It doesn't have to always be a hit. When you get ducks on the pond, it's going to make the other team work. A payoff pitch due as the runners will be on the move. And a swing and a miss. He broke out that curveball down and in. That was ball 4. But Flores went after it. Strikeout number 1 for Murphy. And the Trash Pandas will strand 2 in the first inning. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 1, it's 2-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Birmingham leading at 2-0. Due up for the Barons. Bottom third of the order. McGill, Zavala, and Sprinkle against Tyler Bremner, who had to use 31 pitches to get through the first. And he delivers a slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Let's quickly give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
The changeup is low, and it will even out a ball and a strike on Grant McGill, the catcher for the Barons. 261, 3 homers, and 17 driven in. Playing off the line at first is Bartolero. And it'll go to a ball and 2 strikes as Bremner ahead in the count. We were mentioning in the first inning, he seemed a little amped up out there in his first Double-A outing. A lot of those fastballs were missing high. Let's see if he can really keep things within the zone. Did walk back-to-back men in that first inning, it should be noted. Got him. Change up on the lower outside corner. McGill rung up. Strikeout number 3 for Bremner. And that'll be the first out of the Northrop Grumman second inning as Samuel Zavala will stand in. 218, 10 homers, 34 driven in.
Great changeup here. Look at that drop and that late drop that it gets. For those wondering, that's 13 inches of induced vertical break on that pitch.
Right on left. That should have been a strike as well. It caught the inside corner, but they didn't get the call. It's 1-0. Tell you what, Chris, help me out here. For the folks who might not know what that is, induced vertical break, what does that mean?
You know, right after this next pitch,
which is cut on and miss, 1-1.
The induced vertical break, well, it's the ball. It's once he releases off the plate, it takes his height and the extension you get, and it's the amount of break basically from that point until the ball hits the middle of the plate.
Sent into deep left. Back goes Flint at the wall, and that one's out of here. Samuel Zavala pokes it to the opposite field. His 11th home run of the season, RBI number 35. That was a slider high and away, but he went the other way with it. Got it up into that jet stream, and it sailed over the left field wall to make it 3-0 Birmingham.
Zavala part of that Dylan Cease trade with San Diego, and he's had a heck of a week, too. Didn't play in yesterday's ball game, but the ball was hit well. That's this, well, first 7 games of the year, Bremner gave up 5 home runs. His last 7, only 1 home run allowed, so he'd really cut down on the home runs allowed with Tri-City, but this is a different level.
Sprinkle whiffs at the first pitch. It's 0-1. It should be noted Zavala is someone who the White Sox are really high on. He's just been struggling this season. They still feel, though, that he's going to turn things around. He may be doing that right about here. Now, here's Sprinkle, another former Gaucho. However, he and Bremner missed each other by a year. Going to even out a ball and a strike, and Bremner a little frustrated with himself after that last slider. Now, we mentioned the jerseys earlier that Rocket City was wearing. Some of you folks in Southern California may be wondering, how can we get in on the bidding? Chris, can you tell them about that?
Sure. Go to trashpandasbaseball.com/auction.
Popped up. Shallow right is Bartolero into foul ground. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and that'll be the second out. And again, the bidding is already underway for a lot of these jerseys, and want to get in on the fun, please do so. Again, all the proceeds go to a local nonprofit here in North Alabama. So 2 outs, no one on base. Back to the top of the order, and Dylan Campbell, who reached on a throwing error his first time up. He also stole a base and ultimately came in to score.
Already been several bids on Tyler's jersey, but once again, trashpandasbaseball.com/auction.
Pitch is a strike to Campbell. It's 0-1. By the way, I forgot to mention the Trash Pandas won last night, and when the Trash Pandas win, that is brought to you by Twice Daily. Twice Daily Rewards members get a $1 slice off of pizza the following day. Limit 1 per loyalty account. Going to go to a ball and a strike on Campbell. He also came over from Philadelphia. In fact, he and Colmenares came over in the same transaction.
For Derek Hill.
Yeah. He'll step in.
That was in June.
Yeah, we missed him in July when we were coming out of the All-Star break. Oh boy, that was another good pitch. It was a slider, but they called it low. 2-1. There's a look at Bremner. Shaky in the first inning. He's been touched up for a run here in the second, but he's been a lot better with his command. As off the line at first is Bartolero. That one sent into deep center field, but drifting over his skull toward his left. He'll put the glove up and make the squeeze. Flying out to deep center is Dylan Campbell, and the Barons will settle for 1 in the Northrop Grumman second inning. It's earned on the solo homer by Zavala. That was the only hit, no errors, and no one left. Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second on its way. 3-0 Barons. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long. Strike 3, you're out. Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning. It is 3-0. Barons with the lead. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. So 2 up for the Trash Pandas. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Skull, DeJesus, and Fontanelle against Shane Murphy as the pitch is down and away. It's 1-0. Skull has only played in 2 of the first 4 games, but he's looked really good. 5 of 7. He's got a couple of doubles, plus an RBI. Going to go to 2-0 as Murphy misses. Again, Skull missed about a month just after he had been promoted. He missed about a month due to a rolled ankle. Just got back into the lineup about a week ago. Easy play for Sprinkle. That'll be the first out of the Northrop Grumman second inning. And now Randy DeJesus, who went hitless in his debut. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. But fans, join the Trash Pandas for Paw Patrol Day at Toyota Field. That's coming up tomorrow. Kids will love a special appearance by Chase, plus bid on a game-worn jersey via auction. It's a tail-wagging good time for the whole family. And we'll go to 0-1 on De Jesus. I had a chance to see Randy a little bit during spring training this past March. Really impressed with him. Now we get a good dose of him as we head into the final weeks of this regular season. Pitch low, going to go to 1-1. You made a good comp about him. Reminds you a lot of Raul Mondesi, at least in his build and also kind of his approach at the plate.
Got some impressive guys. They're not top 30, so you're not going to hear a lot of
fouled away, 1-2.
accolades about Anthony Skull or Randy De Jesus necessarily, but some really, really plus power from both these guys. De Jesus had 30 RBIs in June, and of course Anthony Skull was one of the hottest hitters on that Tri-City Ball Club before he was brought up to Double-A. And De Jesus, 19 home runs. That was tied for second in the organization in homers.
Lines it into left. That's his first Double-A hit. That one, 104 off the bat as he laced it into left field. Third hit of the game for Rocket City. And one on with one out for Cole Fontenelle.
Just raw power, and he's still coming into his own, too. He's just 21 years old. He won't turn 22 until next year, so still has some room to grow, and that power is incredible.
So this will be a left-on-right matchup as Fontenelle digs in. He hits 187 against... he's 187 against righties. He's 192 against lefties as the throw to first, and back in safely is De Jesus. Murphy. Next pitch misses low. It'll go to 1-0. Murphy in his last outing, that was on August the 1st, against Chattanooga, pitched very well. 6 innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned. He struck out 6, allowed a walk, got a no decision in a 4-1 defeat. Did face Rocket City earlier this year. That, again, should have been a strike. That was a slider that caught the top of the zone, but it was called high by Spivak. 2 balls and no strikes, and let's see if Fontenelle can use that to his advantage.
Unfortunately, we do not have the use of ABS in Double-A, which is a shame we do not.
Fouled straight back. Good cut that time by Fontenelle. He got a changeup up away, but couldn't put it in play. For Murphy, he faced Rocket City on April the 17th in this ballpark. Rocket City actually hit him pretty well. 6 innings, 5 hits, surrendered 3 runs, 2 of them earned, struck out 5, walked 3, got a no decision in a 7-4 loss. And it will even at 2-2 on Fontenelle. Cole, he's seen a little more playing time with Jake Monroe on the mend. Again, Jake is out for the 3rd consecutive game with a jammed finger. He's day-to-day, as is Andrew Namala, after he busted a pinky finger on his left hand a couple of days ago. Fastball missing high. He did not go around, says first base umpire Justin Hilton. He's 3. The count will go to 3-2. Namala is just out today as a precaution. Hopefully he'll be back in there tomorrow. A lot of room on the right side. Good cut again by Fontenelle. Going to remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's nice talking to Cole after the game last night, as he's been a late addition to the lineup 2 straight days. I was asking him, kind of joking, would you prefer just to be a late addition about 4:30 again today? Because he has 6 RBIs in his last 2 games, including a homer yesterday.
Murphy will check first. Breaking ball called strike 3. Broke out a hook, and it hit the bottom part of the zone. Caught looking that time is Fontenelle. Now it'll be strikeout number 2 for Murphy. Out number 2 in the Northrop Grumman second. For Matt McCroskey, 220 with 3 home runs and 18 driven in. Mac hits the ball back. It goes to 0-1. McCroskey, he started to come around a little bit yesterday. Had a couple of big hits in the game. He's only 220 for the year, but again, this was a guy who was really scuffling to stay above the Mendoza line a season ago. He's picked up the offensive game. You just wish it were a little bit more.
The last 2 months, his on-base percentage has been above 400. Finding ways to get on base.
0-2. He's one of those guys where if he can continue to pick it up offensively, he would be like a good bench guy, a guy who can come in, play some really good defense, maybe pinch run, steal you a base, and of course fill in from time to time on maybe a Sunday to give someone a rest. Missing high that time is Murphy. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right-handed hitter. I always say this, he's kind of the infield version of a Bryce Teodosio. Runs well, great glove, it's just a matter of the bat catching up. Into right, but over is Campbell. And that will retire the side as McCroskey flies out to right. For Rocket City in the Northrop Grumman second, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a runner aboard. End of 2, 3-0 Barons. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFEX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFEX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFEX as their partner. Call AFEX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the 3rd inning, it's 3-0 Birmingham with the lead, and due up for the Barons, it'll be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Riley, Bonimer, and DePino against Tyler Brimner, who's struggled so far in his Rocket City debut. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 2 hits. One of those runs came via home run by Samuel Zavala. Right on left. And it's 0-1 to Briley, who struck out swinging his first time up. Fans Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball, on a service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. 1-1 on the left-handed hitter. One more game to go in this series. That'll be tomorrow. It'll be a 3:50 airtime on radio, 4:05 first pitch. 4 o'clock airtime on Way More TV. Iverson Polanco to the bump for Rocket City against Dylan Cumming. That one laced into right center, and that'll get down for a hit. Over to cut it off, Skull. Runner going for second. He's going to pull in. That ball took off a little bit as it went into the right center field power alley. Skull was able to cut it off, but not before Briley took a turn at first and went into second with a stand-up double.
That pitch was actually off the plate. It was a changeup, but again, it was up. And so much of what he's throwing right now is up in the zone. And this Birmingham team, give them credit. They've had a great scouting report on Bremner. They've forced him to throw strikes and then feasting on those pitches that are up.
One thing to note as that ball went into the outfield for a double, right against right. It's 0-1 as coming up empty as Bonner, who walked and scored in the first inning. We had some fireworks that after they exploded on the field last night during our fireworks show, we had to go pick up the trash and all that. But I noticed that out in the outfield, they have really cut the grass super tight this year. And so when the ball hits the surface out there, it's really going to take off. There's a pop-up right side of the infield. Under it is Bartolero. Struggles a little bit, but he's able to make the catch as Bonimer will pop up to first. And one away in the top of the third inning. Runner still at second as Anthony DePino will stand in. He walked his first time. As you look at the pop-up again. Again, this field, it's not just used for baseball. We use it for other events as well. We've had a football game here in the past. There's been talk about maybe doing some soccer somewhere down the road. But this field is used a lot, and our groundskeeper, Charlie Williams, does a whale of a job. But I went out there and walked around a little bit and just noticed how thinly cut the grass is. As it's 0-1, I don't want to call it AstroTurf, but it almost has that type of feel to it. So when the ball takes off on the ground, it's going to take off into the power alley. 0-1 on DePino. That strike hits the lower outside corner. 0-2 as Brynmer ahead in the count. Tyler with 3 strikeouts so far in this one. He got 2 in the first inning. Both were swinging. He got a called third strike on McGill in the second. Brymner will check back at second. And will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Crowd has settled in on what has turned out to be a pleasant evening. Again, the good news about all that rain is it really cooled everything off. I'm going to guess we're going to be pushing about 6,000 tonight. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman, Rodriguez. Bremner about to throw his 54th pitch. Another pop-up. Again, right side. Rodriguez will take charge this time. That's out number 2. So 2 away. Briley remains at second, and Ryan Burrows will come to the plate. He came through in fine fashion last time for Birmingham, lacing a 2-run single down the right field line that gave Birmingham an early 2-0 lead.
Mentioned Charlie Weaver, our groundskeeper. We've had so much rain the last few months. Seems like the tarp's been on the field every game, every time we're at home, and not one rain out in the last 2 months.
1-0 to Burrows. By the way, talking about Ryan Burrows, and I've been really impressed with what I've seen this week. He's only 21 years old. He'll turn 22 actually in 9 days. Signed as a free agent with the White Sox back in 2022. He's actually from Panama. Two and 0 on the right-handed hitter. Burrows spent 2 seasons at Low A Kannapolis, finally cracked through with Winston-Salem last season. Was named the South Atlantic League's Player of the Week earlier this year. As he returned to Winston-Salem. Popped up again, right side, foul ground. Over is Bartolero. He runs out of room as it lands about 2 rows back, and a nice play made by a fan from Russellville, Alabama. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter.
A chance for Bremner to get out of this inning here. He threw 31 pitches in the first inning, only 13 in the second, and he's sitting on 13 right now here in the third inning.
It's been another grind tonight. That's kind of what this entire week has been, not just for Bremner, of course, but for both teams. 2-2. You were a little jumpy with that one. You were already giving the strike 3 signal.
Yeah, I thought there was 2 strikes there. That was a great pitch. Well-located fastball at 95.
Let's see if he tries to go back to it again. A look back of second. Little flare into right center. That'll dunk down for a hit, and that's going to score a run. I'll tell you what, Burrows had one of those last night as well, and for Bremner, boy, that was a nice pitch. It was a slider. It was actually off the plate, and they've done that a couple of times. Birmingham, they've gone off the plate to put a ball in play, and that time they were able to dunk it into shallow right center field. Riley comes around from second, and it's 4-0.
We talked about some of these pitches from Tyler, but that was a slider that was 6 inches off the plate, and he was still able to loop it out there. That's bad luck. Burrows, I mean, he's a big league hitter. the way he's able to control the bat.
Right on right. Here's Colmenares, who struck out swinging his first time. It's 1-0. I tell you, man, sometimes in this game, that's baseball. They say that sometimes, but that really is baseball. You can do everything right, and it just doesn't go in your favor. So Bremner down 4-0 as he'll look over at first. And it's at 2-0 as he's down in the count. No one throwing in the Rocket City bullpen. By the way, Bremner, when he was at Tri-City, actually, I don't have a pitch count high for him. He did throw 80 pitches on the 18th against Vancouver, so if he can get this out here, he might come back for one more. 2-0 now. Actually, 3-0, I beg your pardon.
And for Angels fans that are watching this game, and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, here's our number 2 pick in the draft last year. He's struggling. It's okay.
Yeah.
This is why he's here, to learn and to get better. This guy's ceiling is so high, man. He's so talented.
He just walked Colmenares on 4 straight. So Burrows will go first to second. And for Bremner, that'll be his second walk of the contest. That's going to put runners at first and second with 2 out for Graham McGill, and Tim Levesque will go out there again. As he does that, fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game, Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
And one thing that I know Angels fans will also recognize as they look at Juan Flores is you got to trust the process. There's been times where it seems like some guys have been pushed a little bit too hard to get the levels they weren't necessarily ready for. I think with Bremner, and everybody has their own timeline. You can never say one player, it's going to take this long. Everybody has their own timeline, and for these guys, it takes some time, and if you trust that process, then things usually turn out okay.
Runner goes, pitches outside, throw to third. That one is not in time, as getting the safe call, it will be Burrows. Throw, I think, beat him, but he was still able to beat the tag by Fontenelle. That'll be his third stolen base in 4 opportunities now. Burrows was thrown out trying to steal last time. Colmenares gets the steal behind him. That'll be his first in as many opportunities, and it's 1-0 on McGill, who was called out on strikes his first time. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Actually, hindsight's always 20/20. I kind of wish Flores had gone for the backside on that one, but easy to say that from up here. 4-0 Barons, and they are looking for more. Once again, Gonzalez beginning to soft toss out there in the Rocket City pen. 2-1 now. Good stop that time by Flores. Again, in the first inning, the Barons got 2 runs, 1 of them earned. There were a couple of walks, also a throwing error. There's a look at Jose. You can see soft tossing with a mini soccer ball out there. Not in a full-fledged warm-up, at least not yet. Big 2-run single by Burrows in that inning. That, again, should have been a strike, but it was called outside. That was a changeup that hit the outside corner, but again, they don't give the corner, and it's 3-1. Then in the second, it was Samuel Zavala with a solo home run. Here in this inning, a bloop single by Burrows as he's got 3 RBI in the game. There's a strike. It'll run full now to 3-2. Samuel Zavala waits on deck.
67 pitches, Josh. 37 strikes.
Yeah. That's too close to that 50-50 margin, which is what you don't want if you're a pitcher. Chance to end the inning. And he does. Change up down and away. McGill, fans at it. Strikeout number 4 for Bremner. Second time he has Cade McGill, and the inning is over. But another run scores. It's earned on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. Bottom of the third on its way. Birmingham up 4-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe. so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit crestwoodmedcenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We move to the bottom of the third inning. Trash Pandas down 3-0 and do it for Rocket City. The top of the order, Rodriguez, Micheletti, and Flint. As it will go to 0-1 on Rodriguez. Nick single to lead off the first inning. It was an infield single to the second baseman, Sprinkle, but he was retired on a fielder's choice as Murphy will go back to work. And that was a curveball that falls in for a strike. It goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Some other Southern League scores to give you. Columbus beating up on Biloxi today, 7-0 over in Georgia. They are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pensacola out to a 2-0 lead on Montgomery. Top 6 there, game in Florida. Pitch is flared into shallow left, charging in Zavala. Now he slows up. He'll make the catch. And that's out number 1, as trying to go to the opposite field was Nick Rodriguez. He flies out to left, and that'll be the first out of the bottom of the third inning. And now Eddie Micheletti Jr., the designated hitter, he flew out to center his first time up. One other score to pass along. It's Knoxville out to a 5-0 lead on Chattanooga. Top 5 from Chattanooga. That one hit hard but right at the shortstop, Colmenares. Bad break there for Micheletti. He hit the daylights out of the ball. 101 off the bat, but he hit it right at Colmenares, who was shaded up the middle in position perfectly. So 2 quick outs from Murphy, and here is Tucker Flint. Tucker reached on a fielder's choice to second his first time up. By the way, Salt Lake, they are home to Oklahoma City tonight. Joel Hurtado going to get the start this evening for the Bees. As it's 1-0 to Flint. That'll be his first taste of AAA. Of course, he was one of the many promotions for the Trash Pandas on Monday. Going to go to 1-1 on Flint.
Their debut today is starting for High A Tri-City is Mason McGuire, son of course, Mark McGuire, who was dealt to the Angels on Monday.
2-1 on the left-handed hitter. Of course, yesterday we had Kyle Robinson, who started for Rocket City as he came over in the Kirby Yates deal. He actually, I was impressed with him. I know he struggled at times, but I can see why the Angels liked him.
McGuire was that trade with the Cubs for Zetterjohn.
Big ticket, yeah, he did. Check swing foul away. It's 2-2 and a chance here for Murphy to wrap up a 1-2-3 third inning. So far it's been all Birmingham on this Saturday evening. By the way, no one throwing in the Rocket City pen, so it looks like we'll see Bremner one more time in the 4th. 3-2 now on Tucker Flint. Tucker, by the way, 3 of 13 for the series. He's driven in 3. But again, he's done a lot of other things too. He's drawn 3 walks. He's also been hit with a pitch. And now he corks one out into shallow left field, drifting in Zavala. He'll put it away in a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Shane Murphy in the bottom of the third inning. We'll head to the fourth. It is 3-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda, or actually 4-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the fourth inning, Rocket City down 4-0. Before I kick it over to Chris, I want to make a correction. It was Hurtado who pitched last night for Salt Lake. Got knocked around. Ryan Costu going tonight for the Bees. Now to take over the play-by-play is Chris Harris.
Lots of changes in the Angels farm system this week, but I think all in all, a lot of positive stuff to draw from. Not just the trades that were made, but a lot of the internal moves. Guys getting promoted to higher levels, getting rewarded for good seasons. And it's been a great season in the minors this year. There's a line shot to right. And with dropping quickly and a diving catch in right. How about that grab by De Jesus? I thought just off the bat that was going to drop, but De Jesus flashing the leather. You know he's got a lot of power, but that was a brilliant catch, and Tyler Bremner gave him a glove salute. That was one of the best catches this year. Whew. Here's Jordan Sprinkle now. Ball was crushed off the bat, too. 109. As Bremner works ahead here on Jordan Sprinkle. A couple of guys who mentioned earlier, former Gauchos at UC Santa Barbara. Mentioned earlier they were a year apart, but they have spent some time this week catching up, talking to each other about their time out there. Bremner from San Diego. Sprinkles from India, California. 1-1 from Tyler. Foul back and out of play. Starts the inning with 69 pitches. Look at a glizzy there. A lot of great food inside Toyota Field. But you can't beat a good hot dog at the old ballpark. 1-2 the count on Sprinkle. Goes back to the changeup that time. That's a great location, just a tad low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sprinkle. There's Jose Gonzalez continuing to warm up in the bullpen. Short leash here in the fourth for Bremner. 2-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup gets him. Another perfectly located changeup at the bottom of the zone. Those are the 2 best changeups I think he's had tonight. And yeah, you can't beat that spot. As Sprinkle is retired. 2 away quickly, and a chance for him to finish this 4th inning. Mentioned as well, but 31 pitches in the first, 13 in the second. through 16 in the third. It's up to now 76 pitches. Slider grounded softly up the middle. Backhanded play. Nick Rodriguez. Long throw is there. A quick inning for Tyler Bremner, as he needs just 7 pitches to get through it. Maybe that will buy him a fifth. We'll see. As we enter the bottom of the fourth, it's still all Birmingham on this Saturday night. They lead at 4-0 over Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
So look at Caleb Bartolero as we start things off here in the bottom of the fourth. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike one. Another guy who's a bit unheralded is Bartolero, which is hit foul out of play on that first base side. It's quickly 0-2 to him. It'll be Bartolero followed by Flores and Skull. 46 pitches so far for the left-hander Shane Murphy. Nice quick inning for Tyler Bremner. See if he goes back out for the fifth inning. Still under 80 pitches. Murphy's 1-2 in the dirt low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First game up in June for Bartolero from High A Tri-City. He hit a home run. He has a grand slam for the Trash Pandas. A great first baseman, too, as this pitch smoked foul out of play down that right field line. It's amazing now the talent, position player-wise, this Double-A Rocket City club. You've got 2 guys who are not in the lineup today, dealing with minor injuries in Monroe and Namala. Still have a stacked lineup. There's a good on-speed pitch from Murphy. Curveball got him to chase. That's strikeout number 3 for Murphy. And 1 away for Juan Flores, who struck out his first time up. You got 2 guys who should be catching every single day, but it's just not enough room. Unfortunately, J.J. D'Orazio is having a really, really nice season. Had to move to the development list. Just coming over in that trade from Cleveland, Jacob Cozart, who already has torn the cover off the baseball this week. A homer, a couple of doubles. And, of course, Juan Flores, who's 20-year-old catcher from Venezuela, standing in right now. Flores off to a .225 start, but 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, a glove-first prospect, but that bat has a ton of potential. 2-0 pitch. Swinging the ball foul back and into the stands down below. 2-1. Part of the moves on Monday and Tuesday from Rocket City, Rowdy Rodriguez went to AAA Salt Lake. As Flores pops this one up foul. The count's going to even at 2-2. Rowdy is one of the most productive players at the AA level this year. His numbers had kind of fallen off a little bit over the last month or so, but I think a new challenge in AAA and a much better hitter-friendly environment in Salt Lake as well probably helps. That's a Salt Lake team that's swinging a hot bat right now. No, Gustavo Campero's really swinging the bat well. 2-2 pitch is fouled into the mid of the catcher as McGill hung on to it. That's back-to-back strikeouts of Bartolero and Flores, and now 2 gone for Anthony Skoll. Skoll was off to a magnificent start to the 2026 season in single A, got the promotion. Same time as Bartolero there on June 23rd and Juan Flores. They all came up at the same time. That was kind of the first wave that came up on the promotions. He was one of the most productive hitters in the organization there for a long while. 0-2 as he swings and misses there. Murphy, his element right now. Skoll has hit in 9 of his last 10. The Northwest League Player of the Month in May was Skoll. Hit .319, 10 doubles. Swing and a miss there. That's some nasty stuff. A slider that time. And Murphy with his best inning in that bottom of the 4th strikes out the side. And we head to the 5th inning. Still 4-0 Barons. That's your score here in Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Mad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane, and at Mad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Mad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Mad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City going to go to the bullpen here, so Tyler Bremner's AA debut is complete, and Jose Gonzalez takes over for him. So Tyler Bremner will exit after 4 innings. He allowed 4 runs, 3 earned on 4 hits, walked 3, and struck out 5. Through a total of 77 pitches, and 44 of them for strikes. As Gonzalez gets a swing and a miss from Alec Briley for strike 1. So Bremner's first AA start in the books. He can take some positives, some things obviously to work on as well. But I'll tell you what, you think of some of these guys, you think minor league baseball, AA baseball, making the jumps. It's not a biggie, but anytime you make your debut at a level, it's good to get that first one behind you. And Bremner did that today and has some things to work off of now. 0-2 the count on Briley as Gonzalez works ahead. Doubled and scored his last time up. Takes down and in, 1-2. Gonzalez started out the season in the Rocket City rotation. He's since shifted to the bullpen. This is his 25th appearance. He made 9 starts. 3-3 record of 5.50 earned run average. Pitched in the ballgame on Wednesday, 2 1/3 innings, no runs, 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 4. 1-2 is outside, and it's 2-2 now on Briley. Riley was the player of the week in the Southern League. Well, they had a bunch of guys who had great weeks last week in their series win over Chattanooga. You're just swinging a bouncer foul down that first base line. He was also player of the week May 19th through May 24th when he was 9 for 22 in a week. 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 walks. Riley last week had 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. 2-2 the count on Riley here. Pitch is fouled away on that third base side, so 2-2 now. Count remains Briley, followed by Caleb Bonnemer, the White Sox top prospect, and then Anthony DePino. 2, 3, and 4. Barons leading it 4-0. They got 2 in the first inning, 1 earned, 1 unearned. 1 again in the second, 1 in the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes again. And it's 3-2. Josh Carey back in the booth. Chris Harris with you. Josh, first Double-A start for Tyler Bremner in the books.
Yeah, what was your make of him? Because
3-2. Popped him up.
He can't find it.
Finally, DeJesus does. Made that tremendous play earlier. Makes that catch, 1 away.
Let me tell you what I saw from Bremner. Very good fastball, elite changeup. We knew that. And I think that slider has a chance to be a really good pitch as well. He obviously has to command it. Overall, I thought there were some real positives that came out of it, and maybe a guy just a little too amped up in his first Double-A start.
I totally agree. I think those secondary pitches are going to be the things that he's going to work on the most here. The jump to Double-A is the jump where some of these mediocre to not great breaking balls or off-speed pitches, guys take them.
Right.
You get a lot of chases at lower levels. As you go higher, you don't get as many chases on bad off-speed pitches, and you have to locate them. And I think that's going to be the one thing he's going to work on probably the rest of this season. But I mean, he's got so much talent. The ceiling is so high.
People sometimes wonder, they see a guy dominate at college and they say, well, why can't he move faster through the system? Because college hitters are so completely different. Forget major league hitters, they're completely different from Double-A hitters.
Swing and a miss.
When you face a college guy, whether it's the Big West or the SEC or whatever it may be, I'd say that's on par with low A ball, give or take. So if you got a guy pitching at college for 3 years, that's 3 years of low A ball. You suddenly get here to Double-A, and that same stuff isn't working anymore, you almost don't know what to do with yourself, and that's where the adaptation and the growth really comes in.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a ball absolutely destroyed to left as it goes over that visiting clubhouse, actually kicked back into it off that back wall. And a home run for the top prospect for the Chicago White Sox, Caleb Bonnemer. And he makes it a 5-0 ball game. That was 110 off the bat, 412 feet. Second home run of the series for Bonnemer, his 11th.
It's also
for the Barons.
It's also his second home run in as many nights. He may be coming around at the right, any time's the right time for Birmingham and the wrong time for Rocket City. Like I said, the Trash Pandas had done a pretty good job on him all series long, but he's starting to see the ball a little bit better.
Another home run given up by Gonzalez. As the pitch to DePino's popped up. Who wants it? Catcher Flores.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he couldn't find it.
Well, Bartolero couldn't find it. That should have been his ball. It was all up to Flores, and that's a terrible position for the young catcher to be in.
That's not a catcher's ball.
Look at Bartolero. He's got his hands in the air as if to say, I can't find it.
You got Nick Rodriguez coming in, and it was left up to the 20-year-old catcher who has the worst glove on the diamond to try and catch a fly ball, and fortunately it drops. That's going
to go down as a hit.
That'll be a 300 foot up in the air infield base hit. Pitch fouled straight back. It's 0-1 on Burrows.
And I know we've said it before, but this is the worst time of night to pick up fly balls because it's what we call the dust. The sun is down and it's dark, but it's not pitch black yet. It's just hard to pick the ball up out of the sky.
0-1 on Burrows. Swing and a miss on a good slider. Big difference between a minor league ballpark and a major league ballpark. A major league ballpark has 2, 3, 4 decks, levels in it. For outfielders especially, maybe totally different trying to pick up a baseball. Lights are a bit lower here in the minor leagues than they are in the major leagues. Oh-2, swing and a miss. Comes back with a good curveball there. Strikes out Burrows. And now 1 on with 2 out for Jose Colmenares. He was walked and struck out 5-0 Barons here in the 5th.
Here's a look at that last pitch. You mentioned Jose. He's given up a ton of homers this year, but that was a beautiful curveball down and away. He's really started to take on this relief role and pitched a lot better of late.
Colmenares. First pitch of ball as he had to move out of the way of that one. So far, he's done a nice job here for the Barons. Came in 375 in the series. 4 for 8. Double, 2 RBIs. 1-0 pitch is a bit high. 2 balls, no strikes. Ryan Costu making his AAA debut tonight. He was one of the promotions, along with Leonard Garcia, Joel Hurtado, and Rowdy Rodriguez on Tuesday to AAA Salt Lake from Rocket City. Swing and a miss. Threw a cutter that time on 2-0, and he got a swing and miss 2-1. He was not expecting a cutter in that situation. Salt Lake, they're underway now against Oklahoma City at home. In fact, Oklahoma City's already put up 3 runs in the first. 2-1 is high, 3-1. Batting in the bottom of the first inning is Salt Lake. 3 runs on 3 hits given up by Costu in the first. Mentioned Mason McGuire. Part of that Cubs trade, makes his Angels organization debut. That'll be in about an hour or so, a little over an hour. They're at home, Tri-City. 3-1 now from Gonzalez. Swinging a ball popped up foul.
A lot of people forget, obviously, they think of Mark McGuire, they think of all the home runs, but keep this in mind. He was actually a really good pitcher when he was at USC. There was a lot of talk about maybe making him a pitcher full time. I think they chose the right avenue for his career.
Three balls and 2 strikes on Colmenares. Big lead at first. And there he goes. A swing and a miss, though. He got him out in front on a good slider. And Jose Gonzalez gets out of the inning. They get a run, though, on a long home run by the White Sox top prospect, Caleb Bonnemer. They increase the lead to 5-0. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner. Premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City trails it 5-0. Bottom of the fifth inning from Toyota Field here in Madison, Alabama. Before we get things started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Randy DeJesus takes a ball from left-hander Shane Murphy, who all of a sudden has retired 8 straight and 10 of his last 11. Settling into a nice groove, a talented left-hander for the White Sox AA affiliate. 1-0 foul back. You got 30 more minutes to bid on these game-worn jerseys for the Trash Pandas tonight. They will sign them, by the way, so you don't just get the sweaty jersey, you get their signature on it. 1-1 pitch is a strike.
Actually, I have a question about that. Do they, wash them first, then have them sign it, then they mail it to whoever?
Nope.
Oh, they get it right here.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. That's a stinky shirt.
Oh, boy. Woo. 20 bids on Tyler Bremner's jersey tonight. Would you like to guess where it stands right now with 30 minutes remaining in bidding?
I'm going to guess $800.
Right at $800.
Boom.
For a Tyler Bremner tonight's game-worn jersey.
It's hard being that good, Chris.
Pitch is fouled away. J.J. Durazio has a lot of fans out there. His is at $525 right now. Swing and a miss there by DeJesus. He's down on strikes. That's the 4th consecutive strikeout for Murphy. His 6th of the ball game. And that's out number 1. Well, fans, shop TrashPandas.com for the latest gear. Or in the store at the Junkyard Team Store. You can go to the store also located on Hughes Road as well. Some of the best gear, most popular gear in minor league baseball. Top 2 selling hats on the minor league baseball online store are Rocket City Trash Panda hats. 0-1 pitch to Fontenelle is a strike. 0-2. Murphy has settled into a nice groove here in these middle innings.
He has retired, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11 of the last 12 he's faced.
0-2 pitch. Liner up the middle and a diving catch by Jordan Sprinkle. Fontenelle bidding for a base hit, but got the lockdown right now in this Rocket City offense.
Nice little play there by Sprinkle, ranging to his right. Remember, he was held out for about a month due to injury with Sprinkle, but we saw him very early in the year. You could see he was shaky at the AA level, but they say he was really coming on strong before he was put on the sideline.
McCroskey swings and misses. 1-1. Full Fontanel's jersey's at $550 right now, Josh.
Oh.
Caleb Bartolero, $450. Mac McCroskey's at $300 right now. Pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. Arjun Namala at $375.
Hey, he's not even playing.
Not in the lineup, but it still will be game worn and signed. 3-1 on McCroskey.
Where's Cozart at?
See, there's Eddie Micheletti Jr. He's at $525. Go back and see where Cozart is. So we're going to miss by Mack. It's a full count now, 3-2. $850 now for Bremner, by the way. (3-2) payoff. And he walked him. Another walk drawn by McCroskey. That's the first base runner since the second inning. First walk issued by Murphy tonight. And back to the top of the lineup, and Nick Rodriguez.
Nice job working the count. And suddenly Murphy up to 73 pitches. His night is starting to get short, even though no one is throwing out there in the Birmingham bullpen. His pitch count high this year, for what it's worth, is 89.
So here's Nick Rodriguez. First pitch is a ball to him. He's 1 for 2 so far today, an infield single back in the first. Nick has scored a run in 8 consecutive games. Pandas being shut out right now, 5-0. As McCroskey gets back in over at first base. Cozart's at $226.
All right.
The starting bid on these were $100. You got 23 minutes left to bid. By the way, go to trashpandasbaseball.com/auction. Hope if I gave the site out. trashpandasbaseball.com/auction.
And then they'll turn right around tomorrow and wear a Paw Patrol jersey.
Speed pitch in there for a strike. Yeah, you can bid on the Paw Patrol Trash Pandas jersey starting tomorrow. That's what they'll wear tomorrow.
So we go from rocket ships to a cartoon dog.
Chase is on the case.
We have no stone unturned in minor league baseball.
Absolutely not. 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. So to second base is in time. Is the tag? Yeah. McCroskey caught stealing at second base to retire the side in the fifth. On we go to the 6th inning. Still 5-0 Barons. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry. all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
One of the traditions here at Toyota Field, the T-shirt launch. Do it 3 times a game. There's Little Mustard. He's gotten a big following.
Little Must.
It's son of Hiroshi Morris Morioka, one of our talented entertainment promotions managers here. Grant McGill takes a first pitch strike from Jose Gonzalez. We're underway here in the top of the 6th inning, 5-0 in favor of Birmingham. White Sox AA affiliate series wraps up tomorrow, 4:05 first pitch. Josh will be with you at 3:50 with his award-winning pregame show.
Award-winning.
Slider in there for a strike. Rather, that was the curveball. Chase from Paw Patrol will be here, meeting and greeting with fans.
Actually, you know what? I want to mention one other item for tomorrow.
There's a off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss. Slider got him to chase it. And that's strike 3. So a strikeout for Jose Gonzalez, and a nice way to start the inning.
Here's a look at that pitch again, well off the plate. I can't believe McGill couldn't lay off on that one, but you'll take him where you can. 3rd strikeout for McGill in the game, and Gonzalez suddenly has struck out 3 in a row. But we're going to have pregame autographs on the concourse tomorrow, and one of them dignitaries signing, Tyler Bremner.
There you go.
So if you want to get a autograph from a potential major leaguer, that'd be a good time to do it, as getting hit with the pitch is Zavala.
Last 2 autograph sessions have had some nice names out there. Was it Snead and Flores last Sunday? We were at home. So that's another reason to come. Tyler Bremner will be signing autographs. Arrive about 45 minutes before first pitch. Get here early tomorrow and get those autographs. Here's Jordan Sprinkle, number 9 batter for the Barons. Pitch is a strike. You can bring a jersey that you can tell him maybe to put it on for a couple of seconds and say it was game worn. Let him sign it, I guess. Not sure if that's allowed or not. Probably not. 0-1 pitch, low and outside.
I'm sure his agent would have a word or two about that one.
Right. 1-1 on Sprinkle. Struck out and popped out. And Zavala on at first base via the hit by pitch. Gonzalez out of the stretch. That one laced towards right field, dropping quickly. And De Jesus, who made a diving catch earlier, not able to even attempt one there. It was hit so hard, and that's a 1-out single. Runners at first and second base with the 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup, and Dylan Campbell here, who reached on an error, scored back in the first. It's 0 for 3 officially.
That was the right move by De Jesus as well. Yeah, he can come charging in and maybe dive for it, but boy, you come up short on it, it's going to skip past you and go to the wall. He did the right thing just playing it on a bounce.
Not sure what's happening downstairs. Pitch is off the mitt of Flores,
he
can't find it. He still can't find it. Finally, Jose able to point it out for him. Both runners advance 90 feet. Zavala to third base, Sprinkle to second base.
They're going to call that a pass ball.
He's got crossed up there or what? Now 2 in scoring position with just 1 out, 5-0. It just has not been the Trash Pandas night. Really started from the first batter of the game. It was an E5, a throw that got by Caleb Bartolero at first from Fontanelle. And ever since then, it just hasn't kind of been an uphill climb. 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Flores able to keep it in front, though, that time.
It looks like activity is about to begin in the Rocket City pen as well. But this is one of the, well, you're looking at the pass ball, but on the most previous pitch, that ball must have bounced good 3 or 4 feet in front of Flores, and still he found a way to knock it down. I don't think people really understand just how advanced he is defensively, and that already puts him up along the charts when it comes to Rocket City catchers.
The infield is in. Slider, a check swing. Did not go around, so it's 3-0. First base is unoccupied. Jose Gonzalez in relief of Tyler Bremner. If you're just joining us, Tyler made his Double-A debut. Bryce Osmond walking around out there. Bremner threw 77 pitches, 44 for strikes over 4 innings. Swing and a miss on another good slider. I'm not sure why he was swinging there on 3-0 on a pitch like that, but he was.
I guarantee he got the green light and his eyes got big and said, I'm just going after whatever.
3-0. You don't expect a slider. You're looking fastball. 3-1 now from Jose. That time it was a fastball, fouled straight back.
You know, they say sometimes in the minors, as you're climbing the rungs, you got to be a little selfish. That was a great example of that. You have a chance to really pad your stats in this situation. You're going to go after a 3-0 pitch, and if you come up empty, you're still ahead 3-1.
So from 3-0 to 3-2, let's see if Gonzalez can put away a tough hitter in Dylan Campbell. Out it straight back to the slider that time. It's located very, very well. Down on the outside corner at the knees. On deck is their first baseman, Alec Briley. I was looking at tomorrow's numbers. Should be a great Sunday crowd. Make sure to get those tickets, especially if you have a kiddo that loves Paw Patrol. Gates will open at 3 o'clock. 3-2 payout pitch. Popped up back behind home plate. That's going to get into the seats down below. Lands right below the booth here. Coming up in our next homestand, there's some really, really neat promotions coming up. We've got that Nelson Rada Gold Glove bobblehead giveaway. That's on August the 20th. Our annual now Huntsville Stars Night on the 21st. And Oktoberfest on August 22nd. Ground ball pull foul down that third base line. Got a beer stein giveaway on Saturday, August 22nd. Of course, fireworks on August 21st and 22nd. That Nelson Rada Gold Glove bobblehead is really cool. It's got the wall. He's leaping, making a catch.
You know, it's funny they did that. There was a game where they were playing Chattanooga. This must have been 2 years ago, I guess. And he timed his leap perfectly. Actually, hitting the ball was Ruben Ibarra. And he leapt against the wall. Chattanooga was up 1-0.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball up the middle. That's past the drawn-in infield. Into center field, and 2 runs are going to score to make it 7-0 in favor of the Barons. A 2-run single on the ninth pitch of the at-bat. Dylan Campbell picks up his 48th and 49th RBIs as both Zavala and Sprinkle score. This game is slowly getting away from the Trash Pandas as pitching coach Tim Levesque is going to head out for a visit.
Oh, as he does that, so
yeah, finish that.
It's a 1-0 game. Ruben hits a deep fly ball in the center, and timing his leap against the wall perfectly was Rada. He rose up, and I thought he caught the ball. And I start going nuts. Oh, what a catch by Rada, blah, blah. And I'm working by myself. Great catch by Rada. What a tremendous play. And I look down at my scorecard. I'm not even looking at the field. And then suddenly I look up. I noticed Ruben cross home plate, but it still hadn't registered to me. And then it took me about another 2 or 3 pitches to realize, oh, he hit the ball over the wall. Rada didn't make the catch. It was a home run. But that's what that reminds me of. My foible.
We got a Nelson Rada bobblehead brought in here to us. Trying to show that off here. Briley, the batter, runner at first base with one gone. Gonzalez gets a swing and a miss.
There you go. And you can see the glove is gold.
It's very durable because I dropped it accidentally the other day.
Good job,
and
Chris.
it stayed there. You got on the back. Gold glove winner. There you go. Well, I'm blocking it. There you go. See? Gold glove winner.
That's the logo.
Oh, nice stuff. I'm not Vanna White.
You look a lot like her.
Nothing in two.
You were walking down the hall the other day, and someone was over there, and they said, "Is that Vanna White?" I said, "No, that's Chris Harris."
0-2 on Briley in the dirt. That's a cool. I mean, it even looks like him too. Like, some of these bobbleheads, you look at them and don't necessarily think they look like who they are, but that looks like Nelson Rada in the halo blue.
Oh, pinstripe action as well.
High quality stuff. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Jose. That's his fourth. Second out here in this top of the sixth inning.
Another good pitch. Located it beautifully. It was tailing down and in, and coming up empty that time was Briley, but now you got a tough one here at Bonner.
A bobblehead presented by Bill Penny, by the way. First 1,000 fans. August 20th, runner takes off and an easy stolen base there. Campbell just got an unbelievable jump. No chance for Flores. Stolen base number 23, second of the ball game for Campbell. 23 on the year. Talented player, man. Maybe Nelson Rada will get a chance in the big leagues again this year.
You asked me a question last time. By the way, I think he will get a chance just because this is a great year for the Angels to get a look at some of the younger guys at the highest level. But you asked me about Hurtado. Would he get a shot this year? And we were talking about it last night. I forgot to mention that he becomes Rule 5 protected after this season as well. So it's even more imperative they get him up there and give him a shot.
He's on the 40-man.
Yeah.
Pitch is high. A guy I'd love to see back up there, too, is Gustavo Campero. Talking about how well he's swinging the bat this year. There's a thing about, even in college sports, pro sports as well. Fastball that time just missed out the outside corner, 3-1. Whether you're an NBA team, NFL team, you want your team to tank at the end of the year so they can get a high draft pick. College sports, if you have a bad year, you can look at that recruiting class or maybe transfers you're picking up. You want to have something to look forward to. And I think Angels fans have a lot of things to look forward to with the start. I know you mentioned on Tuesday as count goes full now, 3-2. Could be looking back on August 3rd, 2026 as maybe not a defining day in a turnaround for the Angels, but a key day in the next step of the process.
And what I was saying on Tuesday, probably the most important day since we have been an affiliate of theirs. Frankly, we were kind of looking toward a day like that in previous years. It just never happened.
Payout pitch on the way to Bonner. A swing and a miss. Top prospect for the White Sox, who homered his last time up. Goes down on strikes there. Back-to-back Ks to in the top of the sixth inning, but two more runs come across, 2 hits, and a man left as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Now 7-0 Barons. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Nick Rodriguez left at the plate as the bottom of the 5th inning came to an end on the caught stealing, and he takes a first pitch strike from the left-hander Shane Murphy. What a start that Murphy has had tonight against Rocket City. He has stolen the show. Ground ball pulled down the first base line and into right field, a base hit. So Nick Rodriguez has his second hit of the ball game. A nice way to start the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, this game may be out of reach, but for guys who have been struggling like Rodriguez, you still want to put solid at-bats together as you get prepped for a big week ahead against Knoxville. Nice rolling single, and we'll see if after a 2-hit night tonight that maybe gets him back on track.
This is a guy, Eddie Micheletti Jr., with the trade with the Blue Jays for Jose Soriano. And rightly so. Arjun Namala gets a lot of the press, top prospect. We've seen some really, really good things this week from Eddie Micheletti Jr. defensively and at the plate. I'm going to check his swing that time. Did not go 1-1, but former George Washington star went on to Virginia Tech. And just a gamer. He carries himself. Blue collar.
I thought you put it best the other day as he didn't go on the swing. He's always doing something. Like when he could be sitting down and taking a breath, he's just always doing and it may not be anything significant, but he's always working on something. He's using all of his time available to him to get better.
And he makes great contact. That ball hit deep towards second base. They'll get the force out at second base. Sprinkle on the throw that time, so a fielder's choice. Hits the ball extremely hard at a couple of balls the other night at 108 off the bat. As Tucker Flint will be the batter. As they trade places at first base, it's Micheletti is over there. 7-0 Barons as Flint 0 for 2 so far today. Everything's businesslike with Eddie. Pitch outside, 1-0.
By the way, Ryan Costu in his AAA debut for the Bees, 2 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits with 2 walks and a K.
1-0 pitch, grounded up the middle. Shortstop waits for it, flips to the third baseman for the out at second base. That was Bonnemer with the shift on, who actually covered the bag. That nearly was a 6-5-3 double play at second base.
How often do you see this? By the way, this is great communication. So ball hit the opposite field, and Bonnemer, he knows where he's positioned, and he knows where his second baseman is. He knows he has to be the one to cut and cover second base. He did a wonderful job that time on a 6-5 fielder's choice. And we had a pickoff.
And a pickoff at first base. They pick off Tucker Flint to end the inning. So Murphy's through 6 innings. Bartolero left at the plate. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. It's just a tough night for the Trash Pandas. 7-0 Barons. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, the Trash Panda is going to go back to the bullpen. And taking over is right-hander Bryce Osmond as Jose Gonzalez, pitching behind Tyler Bremner, goes 2 innings. Gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned on 4 hits. As Osmond delivers a first pitch strike. No walks, 5 strikeouts for Gonzalez. As Bryce Osmond comes out of the Rocket City bullpen. Like Gonzalez, Osmond began the season in the Rocket City starting rotation. Swing and a miss there by DePino, as it'll be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters. There's Sprocket. I wonder how much his jersey went for tonight. It has to be the highest priced one.
He's wearing Sonny DeShera's old number.
0-2 pitch. Popped up first base side. Foul territory. Bartolero makes a catch as he falls down. Bartolero's been busy over there at first base, and whoever bought his jersey is going to have some warning track gravel on it.
Well, remember, this is a tough play. He doesn't have the best angle as he's tracking this ball, and he knows he's getting near the railing, and then suddenly it takes off on him a little bit. Still a great job just sticking with it and coming down with the baseball, and does this for a guy who right now has been struggling in Bryce Osmond. They need to help him out as much as they can.
He could really use a good outing here tonight. Here's Burrows now, takes a pitch outside. Osmond on the year 2-3. He has a 9.06 earned run average in 21 appearances, 8 starts. Opponents are batting .286 against him. Tosses in a strike there on 1-0 now, 1-1. Burrows has a couple of hits already today, plus an RBI and a stolen base. He's up to 7 hits in the series. Osmond, 25 years old, from Tulsa, former Oklahoma State Cowboy. Burrows fouls that pitch off, 1-2.
He's also quite the football player when he was in high school. Chose to give that up, though, to focus on baseball.
Growing up in Oklahoma, I think that's a prerequisite playing football. You were talking to someone the other day about playing, was it Jake Monroe, about playing football? Or maybe it was basketball. 1-2 pitch, a swing, a pitch clock violation on Osmond at the last second there. 2-2. So instead of a strikeout, it's 2-2 as Burrows is going to get a mulligan.
That's kind of the year it's been for Osmond. Makes a terrific pitch. It just comes a half second too late.
2-2 on Burrows now. See if Osmond can strike him out again. With kind of the same pitch that time, a changeup. Now it's full 3-2. The pitch clock has certainly been a a factor in this series in a few different ways. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He comes up with the fastball that time. Above the letters. 94, a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Osman.
This was ball 4, but he really did a nice pitch right here. He went down and away on the last couple of offerings. This time he changed his eye level, goes up and in, and sometimes a hitter, he's so geared up to see a pitch come up, even if it's off the plate like that one is, they'll still go after it, and that's exactly what Burroughs did.
After 14 strikeouts last night, that's the 11th strikeout so far tonight for Rocket City pitching. Tyler Bremner had 5, Gonzalez had 5, and now 1 for Osman. 1-0 on Jose Colmenares. He's a native of Panama. Takes a strike, 1-1. 7-0 Barons on top. They scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and then 2 in the sixth. 1-1 pitch. This is outside. 2-1. Rocket City scored 10 runs yesterday on 10 hits. It's been a series in which the Barons have had opportunities. They just have not cashed in. They were 4 for 15 with runners in scoring position last night. On Thursday night, the Barons were 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Here's a liner right to Fontenelle at third, and he snow-coned it. Makes the catch for the third out. 1-2-3 inning for Osman in the top of the 7th inning. Time to stretch here in Rocket City. Rocket City trails at 7-0. Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network, and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back here at Toyota Field, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and finally Shane Murphy's out of the ballgame. 6 innings for Murphy, no runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 85 pitches, 55 strikes. Hot Dog's excited about it, as the new pitcher will be righty Jonathan Clark after 6 shutout innings from Murphy. First pitch swinging, a ball driven out towards right center field by Bartolero, but the catch is made by Burroughs. 1 pitch and 1 out, as Jonathan Clark makes his 28th appearance on the season. 5-1, has 6 saves, a 2.87 earned run average. Out of Redwood City, California. Played his college ball at San Jose State. He was teammates with Ruben Ibarra for 3 years at San Jose State, the Trash Panda killer, playing for the Chattanooga Lookouts. Slider, first pitch, a ball to Juan Flores. Flores 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts so far. Hits this one sky high out towards shallow left. And calling his shortstop off is Zavala. Colmenares just hightailed it out of the way. 2 away quickly now here in the bottom of the 7th for Anthony Skoll.
Good job by both men right there. Zavala has a better angle at that ball, and Colmenares, he could probably make the catch, but why even risk it? As soon as he was called off, he peeled out of the way, and taking it from there was Zavala.
Anthony Skoll today 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Coming off a 3-hit game on Thursday night. So many options to go with. He didn't even crack the starting lineup yesterday. Did Skoll. Did in 9 of his last 10 ball games, stretching back before the IL stint. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. Select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game. Game Day 3D beginning. Minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe. 2-1 on Skoll. A good swing, just missed it, fouled it back. Jonathan Clark, promoted to Double-A earlier this year. Signed as a free agent in the offseason. Check swing by Skoll. He did not go. 3-1 to him. He was playing indie baseball, was Clark, another independent baseball guy who's now pitching in the Southern League. He's 26 years old. 3-1. This is high, ball 4. Good at bat there by Anthony Skoll. Second walk issued by Birmingham pitchers tonight. And 1 on with 2 outs for Randy DeJesus. To see him get a hold of one right here.
Yeah, he does have impressive pop, and he was turning as many heads as Rodriguez was during spring training. Rowdy Rodriguez, that is. Just like to see him put a charge into one to show everyone what he's capable of.
Big swing there. He just missed it. Fouled it straight back. A first pitch cutter from Clark. Clark was playing last year for the Missoula Paddleheads.
That's the draft league, if I'm not mistaken.
Also for the Glacier Range Riders.
You know how they set up that league? It's really neat.
That's the old Pioneer League.
Yes. I think they play, I want to say it's 80 games. And they split it up really into 2 seasons of 40, and they play it like a split season here in the Southern League. You have divisional champions, things like that.
1-1 pitch is skied down the right field line. Long run over there, and jumping over the railing, saved by the net is Campbell. He nearly made that catch as quickly some of our staff over there to check on him.
Great effort here by Campbell. He almost made a tremendous catch, and a little hammock ride right there.
Whew.
But what they do in those draft leagues, the first 40 games, it's really about getting guys ready for the draft because there are people who are trying to, get their stock up there. They'll play in May and June leading into the draft. And then the second half, the other 40 games.
1-2 pitch. It was a good take.
That'll be more of regular, everyday minor league baseball where the guys who aren't drafted, they'll come back and they'll continue to play and work their skills, but now it's all about winning. I just think it's really neat how they do that, dividing it up into 2 different seasons with 2 different priorities.
2-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball. Full count, 3-2. The draft league saved some markets that lost their affiliations in 2020. Was it Hudson Valley?
No, Hudson Valley's still in there, but it was all the Pioneer League teams, all the Appalachian League teams, some of the Florida State League teams. You're right, they lost their affiliation, but it kept them connected to minor league baseball.
3-2 payout pitch on the way to DeJesus. Swing and a miss. Chase that one a bit high, a sinker. And the side is retired. First strikeout for Jonathan Clark. On we go to the 8th inning. All Barons 7-0. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Eighth inning has arrived from Toyota Field here in Madison, Alabama. All Barons 7-0. And to take you home on this Saturday evening, here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. It's been a tough one today for the Trash Pandas, down to touchdown, as leading it off will be McGill. In a right-on-right matchup, it'll be McGill, followed by Zavala and Sprinkle. In the first pitch, high and tie, 1-0. This is the bottom third of the order for Birmingham, and Bryce Osmond going to stay out there for a second inning of work. He retired the side in order in the seventh inning, striking out one, which is great to see. 1-1 the count. I had a chance to have Bryce on for my podcast a couple of months ago. Really enjoyed getting to know him. Very true to his faith and always positive, always upbeat, and he's had to be because, let's face it, it's been a tough year for him. And it'll go to 1-2, and you just hope at some point he's able to turn the corner. He's got terrific stuff, but doesn't have overpowering stuff. He's got to keep his pitches down. Otherwise, that's where he gets hit hard, and that's happened a little too much for him this season. By the way, we have an attendance to give you, which we'll pass along. Got him. Blew him away with a fastball. Been a rough night for Grant McGill at the plate. His fourth strikeout number 2 for Osmond. And that'll be the, what is that, the 10th, the 12th strikeout for Rocket City pitching.
Bryce is that guy that everybody in our front office pretty much knows pretty well.
Yeah, because he's just so approachable and great to talk to. You just hope he can get it done on the field. Here's Zavala. 1-0 to him. Zavala, 1 of 2. A solo home run. That was back in the second. A line out to right, a hit by pitch, and 2 runs scored. Pitch roped foul down the right side, 1-1. Chris and I were talking about the MLB draft leagues and how the creation of those leagues really helped save baseball in a lot of minor league markets that for the most part used to be short season leagues. New York Penn League, Pioneer League, Appalachian League, et cetera, et cetera. But what they did was, instead of having affiliated ball, they used it as a conduit for players who hope to be drafted and get to display their skills in front of scouts, as opposed to already being affiliated with a major league club. Pitch rolled softly to first. Bartolero shovels to Osmond. That'll be out number 2. 3-1 on the putout. And one of the markets we were talking about was Trenton, which used to be a AA affiliate for the Yankees. They are a draft league franchise now, but there's a lot of talk about them getting affiliated ball back in.
I said Hudson Valley. I meant Trenton was the one I was thinking of, but you're right. I'm trying to think. The one, I guess, graduate of that league that's made the big leagues we saw with Pensacola, McIntosh, Paul McIntosh, got to the big leagues with, I believe, with the Marlins. But I know he got to the big leagues. He was the first graduate of the draft league to get to the majors.
And what it basically was, it's kind of a mix between affiliated ball and independent ball in that, it's guys who are hoping to latch on to a major league franchise but aren't quite there yet. So you're sort of an indie league, but now you're also attached to Major League Baseball via the draft league. So there's a lot of positives with it as the count goes to 2-0 on Sprinkle. Now there's still a lot of questions and a lot of things we don't know about when we get to 2030 once all these PDLs are up, but we'll cross that bridge once we get there as it's 2-1 on Sprinkle. I know a lot of questions about the California League, the Florida State League moving forward, but we'll worry about that in 2030 as Sprinkle is 1 of 3, a single, a run scored, strikeout swinging, and a foul out to first, and now he'll send one into right center. Should be an easy play for Skull. He'll drift in, make the squeeze, and 1, 2, 3 go the Barons in the top of the 8th inning. Nice outing for Bryce Osmond, 2 perfect innings. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 7-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our big zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 8th inning, it's been all Birmingham tonight as they lead it 7-0. And due up for Rocket City, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Fontenelle, McCroskey, and Nick Rodriguez against Jonathan Clark, who faced 4 men in the 7th. He struck out 1 and walked another, his first inning of relief after Shane Murphy went 6 shutout frames. Right on left. Did he go? No, he did not, says Garrett Nelson, the third base umpire on the check swing. 1-0. Fontenelle 0 for 2, a strikeout looking and a line out to second. Well off the line at third is Bonimer as Clark will peer back in. It's out of Redwood City, California. That one shot foul off to the right. Going to even out 1-1. So again, you got trash for those of you on ABTV. You got the Trash Pandas tonight. Tomorrow at about this time, you'll get to watch the Salt Lake Bees. They'll wrap up their home series against Oklahoma City. That's Angels versus Dodgers for what it's worth. 2-1 to Fontenelle. So they'll have that one, and then you won't see us again until early September. Final homestand of the regular season against the Rays affiliate of Montgomery, the Montgomery Biscuits. That one again belted, but that one will again tail foul down the right side. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right now, giving a quick check of the scoreboard, Knoxville leading Chattanooga 9-4 in the top of the 9th inning, so it looks like we're going to wake up tomorrow in a tie with the Smokies for first place. Pitch is popped into shallow left, but drifting in Zavala. Bill high catch as Fontenelle flies out to left. He's 0 for 3 and 1 gone in the 8th inning. For Mac McCroskey, he's 0 for 1, a fly out to right, a walk, and a caught stealing, 2-6. But again, for those who don't know how the Southern League works, you play a split season. You have a first half champion, a second half champion. The first half this year was won by Knoxville. And so if they win both halves, it comes down to who has the second best overall record within the division from April through September. It's 0-1 to McCroskey and Rocket City. Right now, if the regular season ended today, they would be the ones picking up that second playoff spot. Birmingham right behind them in the standings, but Birmingham had a woeful first half of the season. 0-2 on MAC. In fact, let's see, for the year, Knoxville 57-49 as you look at our stadium club. Rocket City 55-50, and then Chattanooga, they have fallen 5.5 back of Rocket City in the overall standings, 7 back at 50-56 as Mack shoots one back through the box into center field. He'll pick up his first hit of the ball game as the ball was kicked by Burrows, but Mack wisely will stay put down by 7. For McCroskey, his first hit number 5 now for the Trash Pandas, and for Mack, it's also his 4th hit of the series.
And Mack's done a great job this year of going back through the middle, using the center of the field, not trying to pull. And yeah, Burrows got a little bit nonchalant out there, and fortunately for him, it didn't cost him.
I want to say that happened to him, Burrows, earlier in the series as well. Someone in center field kicked the ball. Here's Nick Rodriguez. Actually, it was Zavala who had a fielding error out in center field earlier this week. That led to a run. Nick, 2 of 3, having a good game. 2 singles and a fly out to left. Two 2-0 the count on the left-handed hitter. So again, it looks like Knoxville is going to get a win tonight. Meanwhile, Pensacola did shut out Montgomery 3-0 down in Florida earlier today. And Columbus, they blanked Biloxi in Georgia, scored there with 7-0. 2-1 on Rodriguez. Tyler Bremner again, 4 innings in his first Double-A start, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 2 and struck out 5. Had flashes of brilliance, also struggled at times. Certainly a nice foundation for him moving forward. 2-2 now on Nick. There's a look at Clark as he climbs back aboard the rubber.
The last bid for Tyler's jersey, Josh, was $975. I don't know what the final bid was. It's gone now, but
he thinks he got to that 4-figure mark. In the dirt, that's going to skip past McGill. Wild pitch, McCroskey will advance to second. So a runner in scoring position as the count will run full now to 3-2 on Nick Rodriguez. Clark again with a scoreless 7th inning, trying to do the same here in the 8th inning. A look back at second, 3-2 by Clark. Hit deep to left, but it's going to hang up for Zavala, who drifts to his left, makes the catch, and back to second goes McCroskey as Rodriguez gave it a ride, but out. So 2 outs, a runner at second, and here's Eddie Micheletti. Micheletti is 0 of 3, a fly out to center, a line out to short, also rolled into a fielder's choice to short. He's actually hit the ball hard a couple of times, just has nothing to show for it.
That's the thing we've seen with him is just his ability to not only put bat on ball, but hit the barrel as well.
He hit the barrel that time, but he shot it foul, laced it foul down the right side onto the berm. It's 0-1.
One of the stats from his time in the Eastern League with New Hampshire, he was top 5 in the Eastern League in strikeout rate. He was around 17%, which is extremely low in this day and age.
0-2, and it just shows you how much the game has changed. They'll put up with the strikeouts if you can also get them out of the yard as well. 0-2 on Micheletti as Clark will look to end the inning. Guarding the line at first is Briley. Hit him. Boy, that's painful. Last thing you want in a 7-0 ball game. That time he threw him a slider down and in, and it just tailed too far down and in. So a hit by pitch will send Micheletti to first. Remaining at second is McCroskey, and 2 are on. With 2 out for Tucker Flint, who's 0 for 3. A fielder's choice to second, a fly out to left, and another fielder's choice to short. As you look at the replay. Timeout quickly called, and as they discuss things over on the mound, let's give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
Meeting is over as Clark was chatting things over with McGill, the catcher, and the shortstop, Colmenares. And now Tucker Flint will stand in, trying to break up the shutout. Rocket City, let me see how many times have they been blanked this year.
Not many.
No? It has happened, though. Flint comes up empty. It's 0-1. I know they had a couple of 1-0 losses. It's 3, according to Chris Harris. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Flint, thus far in the series, has 3 hits and 15 at-bats, hovering right around that 240 average. The all-time Trash Panda in many categories, including games played. And it will go to 1-2. And just like that, a chance here for Clark to end the inning. Flint will stand back in, tied for 4th in the league in runs scored with 64. That's entering play today. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Got him. Slider down and in, and Flint couldn't hold up. He's frustrated. He'll strike out. Strikeout number 2 for Clark. Strikeout number 8 for Barron's pitchers. In the 8th inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left on. End of 8 innings, it's 7-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 9th inning. Bryce Osmond will stay out there for Rocket City as they trail it 7-0 and due up for the Barons, top of the order, Campbell, Briley, and Bonner against the Rocket City right-hander who's been flawless through 2 innings, striking out 2. And it's 0-1 to Campbell, who is 1 of 4. A 2-run single, 2 stolen bases, a run scored. He's also reached on an air fly to center and grounded to second. 1-1 the count. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. Osmond with 1-1. Hit hard, caught by Fontenelle. Good play by Cole. Shot 101 off the bat, but Cole was up to the task. Glove saving a beauty on the line drive by Campbell. He is now 1 for 5 and 1 gone in the 9th inning for Alec Briley. 1 of 4, a double, a run scored in the 3rd. He's also twice struck out swinging and fly to right.
It's on you quick over there at the hot corner. It's 2 that Fontenelle has snagged on line drives.
Did one against Colmenares in the 7th. 1-0, the count on Briley. We really haven't talked about this guy a whole lot. I remember early in the year, this was back in April, the Barons came here, and he really impressed. He actually had just been called up. 2-0 on the left-handed hitter, former East Carolina standout. As he'll stand back in. Hometown is Orlando, Florida, and actually I need to change that. I knew it was North Carolina. It was actually North Carolina State, not East Carolina, as he'll slap one back through the middle into right center field for a base hit, and I forgot he and Kozart were teammates at one point. So Briley with a solid single into right center field, and that'll put 1 on with 1 out for Caleb Bonnemer. He's had a good game, 1 of 3, a solo homer, a walk, 2 runs scored. He's also popped to first and struck out swinging. That is now the 9th hit of the game for Birmingham. Looks like they're going to narrow this to a 3-2 series lead for the Trash Pandas. It's 0-1 to the right-handed hitting Bonnemer. I only say that because just last week, Rocket City defeated Columbus to pick up their first Sunday win. And over their last 7 tries, it gave Rocket City the series win. They'll be put in the same position tomorrow afternoon. Fastball's a strike. It will go to 0-2. That one was actually outside.
Tough outing for Ryan Costiu in his AAA debut tonight. 3 innings, 8 runs, 7 earned, 6 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout.
Takes a minute to get adjusted up there. Can of corn as drifting in is De Jesus toward the line. And that'll be the second out of the inning as Bonnemer flies to right. Back to first is Briley. And a runner at first, 2 away for Anthony DePino. DePino 1 of 3, a single, a pop-up to second, and a foul out to first. He's also drawn a walk. 2 up in the bottom of the 9th for Rocket City. It'll be the middle part of the order. Bartolero, Flores, and Skull. And we'll see who the Barons trot out there. They have a right-hander warming up at the moment. Popped up again. Shallow left center. Can anyone get there? Skull can. Boy, Anthony made up a lot of ground as he went over slightly from right center inward, straight on, and was able to make the catch about chest high. A fly out to center by DePino, and a nice outing for Osmond. 3 shutout innings. In the 9th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Bottom 9 on its way, 7-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Gerald Rosado on to close it out for Birmingham in a 9-save situation as Birmingham leads it by the score of 7-0. Only 5 hits tonight for Rocket City. Jonathan Clark, 2 shutout innings of relief, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. For Rosado, he'll try to bounce back after a rough showing earlier in the week. In fact, it was on, what day was that? That was Thursday he pitched. He took the loss when an inning allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. All the runs were earned. He walked 2, struck out none in a 6-3 defeat. As it will go to 0-1 on Bartolero. Bartolero 1 of 3, a single, a strikeout swinging, and a fly out to center. Bartolero, Flores, and Skull here in the ninth. And it will go to 0-2, a slider that was actually outside, but they give him the corner.
One of those situations where you're down 7-0. You know, you don't want to like swing for the fences, just then be your only thought, but why not? Avoid being shut out somehow.
Here's the 0-2. Bounded to short. In, up, in time. Good play by Colmenares coming in. 6-3 on the ground out as Bartolero 1 for 4. And here's Juan Flores. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, both swinging, and a fly out to left field. By the way, final line on Bryce Osmond, assuming the game ends here. Good night. 3 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Rosado, meanwhile, will get you his numbers. 4-4, an 8.74 ERA. It's been a rough go for him as he hit Flores. And that's the last thing Juan wanted with a 7-0 score and 1 out in the ninth inning, but he'll get plunked. He'll trot to first. Wake up with a bruise tomorrow. Caught him on the left shoulder, deltoid. And here's Anthony Skull. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to second, a strikeout swinging, and a walk. Rosado, 32nd appearance, all in relief. He's 0 for 3 in saves, 34 1/3 innings now. 47 hits, 37 runs, 33 earned. He's allowed 4 homers while hitting 3 and walking 31 and striking out 37. 0-1 to Skull. Opponents are hitting .331 against him. By the way, that hit by pitch is now his 4th of the year.
Flores got plunked yesterday in the 3rd inning by Corella, their starter yesterday. Oh,
that's a foul tip that got McGill. And they're going to give him a chance to recover. Skull is 0 for 2, a rollout to second, a strikeout swinging, and a walk. You can see Rosado, he hails from the Dominican. Split time between Winston-Salem and Birmingham a year ago. He was formerly with the Royals organization. As McGill says he's good to go. Boy, tough night for McGill. He just caught that foul tip and he went 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. It's sometimes tough being a catcher. At third, Bonnemer out there, and that's going to be your ball game. A 5-4-3 double play. Bonnemer to sprinkle over to Briley, and that'll be a winner for Birmingham. Just not a great night at the yard for the Trash Pandas this evening as they go quietly in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. And for Harold Rosado, he goes a scoreless inning, no hits. He didn't walk anyone, but he hit a batter, and no strikeouts for him. And it's only the 4th time this year Rocket City has been shut out. Birmingham 7 runs on 9 hits. They commit no errors this evening and leave 6. As for Rocket City, no runs on 3, 4, 5 hits. The Trash Pandas committed 1 error, and they left 2, 4, 6 men on base. Your winning pitcher is going to be Shane Murphy. the starting pitcher for Birmingham. He moves to 3-0, 6 shutout innings, 4 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. The loss to Tyler Brimner in his Double-A debut for Rocket City. He drops to 0-1, 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5, no save. And the time of game was 2 hours and 35 minutes and played in front of 5,791. Again, Birmingham a winner over Rocket City 5-0. Chris, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, tough night for Rocket City. All different levels kind of started out. First batter of the game reached on an error, but great to see Tyler Brimner in a Trash Pandas uniform. He's got so many great moments ahead of him, and appreciate everybody joining us on Angels Television, and enjoy some of these great young players that you have an opportunity to watch develop over the next few months and over the next couple of years. And once they get to Los Angeles, and they're going to be helping you win games, hopefully at a very high clip here pretty soon. But tough night tonight, but a lot to be grateful for and to look forward to as an Angels fan.
Okay, again, your final score 7-0 Birmingham over Rocket City. Our next ABTV game will be, I believe it's in 3 weeks. I think it's that Thursday against Montgomery. We'll have to look it up, but that'll be the next Trash Pandas game on ABTV. For those of you on way more television, 31.6, tomorrow will be our next airtime. It'll be a 4 o'clock airtime, 4:05 first pitch for the final game of this series. And for those of you on Talk Radio, WZZN, and ESPN 97.7 The Zone, the Northrop Grumman postgame show is coming up right after this. So for Chris Harris and for Daniel Williams back at Mission Command, and for everyone with Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey. Again, tonight's final score, it's Birmingham over Rocket City, 7-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Line.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, WOW, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you, and back in Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams. Unfortunately, the news not so good tonight, as Rocket City going to drop one here this evening to the Birmingham Barons by the final score of 7-0. And, you're always going to get a handful of games like this year where the team you're rooting for just does not have a good night, and tonight, unfortunately, was one of those nights for the Trash Pandas. Sadly, it came in front of a really good crowd of nearly 6,000 as Chris Harris just takes the headset with him. He tripped over the wiring. Anyway, 7-0 is your final score as Rocket City falls to Birmingham. And with that, the Barons are now 43-64 on the year, 17-21 for the second half. Rocket City drops to 55-51 on the year, 20-18 for half number two. Let's take you through what happened in this game. And the story was the Double-A debut of Angels top pitching prospect Tyler Brimner, who was making his Double-A debut this evening. And like a lot of guys who make this first move to Double-A, hey, there's some butterflies going, and you could tell he was a little amped up tonight. really ready to take that next step in his professional career. He was missing high with a lot of pitches. He did show some good things. There's definitely some potential there. That changeup was nasty, really good, lively, mid to high 90s fastball. Also a plus slider that he needs to learn to command. But, again, he did struggle this evening, and he's the one who's going to take the loss as he goes 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5. In the first inning, the game started with Dylan Campbell reaching on a throwing error by Trash Pandas third baseman Cole Fontenelle. He actually went to third on the play. Then after a strikeout of Alec Briley, it was Campbell who would steal third. Caleb Bonnemer would draw a walk, as would Anthony DePino. So suddenly the bases were loaded with only 1 out. That's when Ryan Burrows stepped to the plate and slapped a 2-run single down the right field line, scoring both Campbell and Bonnemer, and that would make it a 2-0 ball game. After that, it was Jose Colmenares who struck out swinging, and thrown out at second on a steal attempt was Ryan Burrows to end the inning and keep it a 2-0 ball game. But boy, it was just a struggle for Brimner in that first inning. Got a lot of 2-strike counts, just couldn't seal the deal. Again, a couple of walks in that single to Burrows had him behind 2-0. The Barons would pick up another run in the third inning. This time they would use the long ball as Samuel Zavala, with 1 out, would lace one over the left field wall for a solo blast. It was his 11th home run of the year, RBI number 35, and that would give the Barons a 3-0 lead. They would add another in the fifth inning, this coming against the Rocket City bullpen. Jose Gonzalez got touched up for a run in that fifth inning with 1 out. It was Bonnemer again, this time over the left field wall. A solo shot for him, home run number 11, RBI number 31, his second home run in as many nights. That would actually make it a 4-0 ball. A 5-0 ball game. I forgot to mention in the third inning against Brimner, it was Briley who would lace a double, and then 3 batters later with 2 away, it was Ryan Burrows again who came through with an RBI single, scoring Briley from second. That actually made it a 4-0 game. The home run by Bonnemer made it 5-0, and then the Barons picked up 2 more runs in the sixth inning. 1 out hit by pitch to Samuel Zavala. He would go to second on a single by Jordan Sprinkle. A pass ball by catcher Juan Flores would move Zavala to third and Sprinkle to second, and that set the stage for Campbell, who came through again with another 2-run single, this time into left field, scoring Zavala and Sprinkle, and that made the final count 7-0. For Rocket City offensively, they could only muster 5 hits for the ball game. Really, their best chance to score came in the first inning, as a couple of singles put 2 men on with 2 men out in the first inning, but Juan Flores would strike out swinging. Trash Pandas would pick up a single by Randy DeJesus in the second. That was it there. The Trash Pandas would pick up a third hit in the sixth inning on a leadoff single by Rodriguez. He was erased on a fielder's choice. There would also be a pickoff that ended that threat, and the Trash Pandas would pick up their final hit in the eighth inning as a 1-out single by Mac McCroskey. He would move to second on a hit by pitch to Eddie Micheletti, but with 2 men on and 2 men out, it was Tucker Flint who would strike out swinging to thwart that effort for Rocket City, as they left only 6 men on base for the ball game. Shane Murphy got the win for Birmingham, as he went 6 shutout innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Jonathan Clark followed with 2 scoreless innings out of the pen, and then Harold Rosado with a scoreless 9th inning to lock the game down for the Barons. Here were your totals for Birmingham: 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They leave 6. Rocket City, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They also leave 6. Murphy, the win to move to 3-0. Brimner with the loss, he falls to 0-1. No save, time of game 2 hours and 35 minutes, and the attendance 5,791. As again, Rocket City falls to Birmingham tonight by the final of 7-0. There's a look at what happened in tonight's ball game. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman post-game show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Mad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Mad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show, as again the Barons are a winner tonight over Rocket City. Final score is 7-0. And the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us here this evening. We will wrap up this 6-game series and homestand tomorrow against the Barons with what will be a 3:50 airtime. 4:05 will be the first pitch. Again, Rocket City taking on Birmingham. Right-hander Iverson Polanco will go to the bump for the Trash Pandas. 4-6, a 3.86 ERA. He'll be opposed by fellow righty Dylan Cumming, 3-6, an ERA of 5.48. So hopefully Polanco, who struggled in a couple of appearances against Columbus last week, can get back to his usual terrific self and get Rocket City a series win. Again, Rocket City is now up 3-2 in this 6-game series. They'll go for the series win tomorrow against Birmingham. This is a team you really want to beat up on. They've struggled all season, but they've had a decent second half. You like to get a win tomorrow and really pin them down as, again, Rocket City continues that surge for a postseason berth here in the 2026 Southern League season. They can take a big step toward doing that with a win tomorrow afternoon. But again, 3:50 will be our airtime. 4:05 will be the first pitch. We're going to have pregame autographs. We're going to have kids running the bases after the game. We'll have a lot of good stuff going on Sunday afternoon. But if you can't join us at Toyota Field, join us right here on Talk Radio WZZN or ESPN 97.7 The Zone for all of the action. Rocket City and Birmingham in the final game of 6 from Toyota Field. That's going to do it for us this evening. Special thank you back at Mission Command for all the hard work tonight by Daniel Williams. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score tonight, it was the Barons shutting out the Trash Pandas. The final score, 7-0. For Daniel Williams and for Chris Harris and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.